I think we're all turning into crabs. I hate tomato. Surely if I didn't make the Barbie movie, I'll make the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Apparently Doja Cat said something about me. I don't know if I'm being gaslit online, so... Ready? Hi, I'm Peach PRC, and today I'm going to be painting a self-portrait while you get to know a bit more about me. I painted a self-portrait because I went through a phase where I was dancing and working in nightclubs, so it was really noisy. I think I got that in my hair. And I fully lost my voice, so I painted a self-portrait of me losing my voice, and it's my face with all these butterflies coming out of my neck. It was very poetic to me at the time. First thing, I love the colour pink. It's probably the first and only thing you need to know. I have always just loved pink, and my mum is very much the same. She is a pink girly. We had a pink kitchen, she had a pink room, she wore only pink. She had pink hair too. So I don't know, maybe it's genetic, but I've always loved it. I haven't seriously considered changing colour, but I've considered maybe not having it be one colour. Sometimes it does get a little bit repetitive and monotonous. Maybe a baby blue. I feel like I look nice in a pastel colour. I got pitched this song that was just so good, and I was like, oh my god, I love this. It was called Barbie Dreams, and it was just the funnest song. I just had fun recording it, honestly, and I just was stoked that I got to hear it before everyone else. I think 50/50 are the ones that got the song, so I just want to hear the song come out. I really love it, so I don't care who sings it. There's a Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming out. And my girlfriend sent it to me last night. She was like, oh my god, look. And I was like, you are kidding me. Surely if I didn't make the Barbie movie, I'll make the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Come on. You know what? I feel like I would be really good at writing kids music. I've been non-stop not shutting up about the bubble wall from that one episode of SpongeBob. So I feel like I'd be really good at doing a cartoon song. I don't know, I've not met a lot of celebrities in person. I met the Wiggles. I cried a lot. That was a big deal for me. Apparently Doja Cat subtweeted me, or straight up on her old account said something about me. I don't know if I'm being gaslit online, so I can't confirm. I'm very gullible. But apparently she made a joke about me being on her new album, and I was in a lineup with Gabby Hanna and Kamala Harris, so I can't imagine that it was a compliment. But I'll take it. I love Doja Cat. It's been surreal. She's been so unbelievably sweet to me, and just so supportive of everything that I've done, even outside of Perfect for You. And she really owes me nothing, but she's gone out of her way to be so kind and sweet. And I'm like, I can't, that's not even real life. As if Paris Hilton even knows who I am at all, let alone likes my songs and my other songs. And she's been supportive of everything since, and she really inspires me and has been so kind, so I'm very grateful for that. She reached out before about writing together, so I think she's really wanting to get back into pop, which I've been begging her to, and now I think she is, so I can't wait. Hopefully we get to collab. Fruit salad, and we'd all be named after different fruits and we'd have different colours. Yummy, yummy. I have thought deeply about this. I was literally thinking today, I was like, you know what, I think I would have so much fun in a girl group. I would love to just have some other people up there with me, the Powerpuff Girls, get some other colours going. But I don't know, I haven't actually thought about who. If I could just pick anybody at random, I would choose, you know what, I'd choose Bonnie McKee, because she's a genius and I love her. And then Carly Rae Jepsen. Style of music? Pop. 100%. I would not allow anything else. Five Nights at Freddy's music. I think all of Carly Rae Jepsen's album, she had obviously that huge hit, Call Me Maybe, but I think she has so many killer pop songs that still did crazy numbers, but I think should have done even bigger. She is amazing. I love her. I always think about this one story in particular where I was just outside of a Bottle-O, which is a liquor store, and I was hungover as hell. It was raining, and this girl pulled over, she was driving past and it was raining. I was like, oh my god, Peach, I love you. And I was like, what? And then at this point, I didn't think I was that well known at all. And it was such a crazy moment. And then she just on the footpath with her car, still going with the light on and everything. We just had a really deep conversation, and she told me some really personal stuff and how I'd impacted her. And it was just a really sweet, beautiful moment, and I was really grateful for it. And we hugged in the rain, and then she drove away. Who's my biggest fan? I would say maybe Carly. She is this really sweet little angel who has done these fan projects at all of my shows. She's travelled from Canada to Australia to see me. Nobody's ever as far as I know, travelled overseas to see my shows. She's gone to every single show that I've done on this tour, and it does these fan projects where she'll get everybody to hold these signs that she's printed out and handed out in the line, and it's just like so sweet and so beautiful. And she's found like the outfits that I wear on stage, and she wears those to my shows, and it's just like, I don't know, humbling. I don't know what the right word is, but It's really surreal, like, and I'm so grateful for it. I was drunk tweeting on my Yes, I did do that. You know what? It was very also humbling. I was, I think, maybe 13 or 14. I remember lining up for ages, and I was so nervous, and I got in there and I was shaking so bad, and I was like terrified, and I had this like calisthenics wig on, like I was still rocking the wigs even then, and I just looked ridiculous. But I sang like 2 seconds of a Delta Goodrem song, and then they were like, "That's enough, thank you." And I was like, wait, I wasn't ready. And then they were like, I think get some singing lessons and come back, like you seem very nervous, like you need some confidence. I was like, I mean, yeah, I'm like 13 singing in front of a bunch of strangers. Yeah, so I was gutted about that, and the drive home was very quiet and long, but you know, it all worked out in the end. You know what? It's so funny. It's one of my favorite songs I've written is "Christmas Kinda Sucks," and it's like a Christmas song. I feel like it's not what people would expect, but I love the lyrics in that, and I like. My parents hate their exes, so I split between addresses, where you've got like mum and dad that aren't together, and you have to go between their houses over Christmas. I thought that was clever. I don't know. I've been lucky that I have a really sweet, like respectful audience. Like I often get told that they're really understanding and sweet and considerate, and so I have not experienced anything of the sort. I have had people jump on stage though, unexpectedly, but we just play it off like that was meant to happen and we vibe. It terrifies me though. But everybody that's got enough has just been nothing but sweet. So but I think it's wild that people have the confidence to do something like that, like with like throwing things at artists on stage. Like some of the stuff I've seen is horrible. Like poor Bebe Rexha and Ava Max, like people need to work on their concert etiquette. The wildest thing I've ever read about myself? I don't know if I should say that. There was someone on Reddit that made like it was like a Wattpad fanfic, honestly. It was crazy. It was like this entire story about knowing me and like how I was awful and stuff, but I'd never met this person ever. And I was like, this is literally completely fabricated out of thin air. And I'm like, it's crazy. People can really just say whatever. Like people can lie, and people say whatever you want online, and that can be truth. That was pretty crazy. It was like really like reading a fanfic about myself. I love this. Loved You Before is kind of like about that whole concept, and like, I don't know if I'm not a very spiritual person, but I feel that with some people where I'm like, I just feel like this can't be the first time we've loved each other or known each other. I don't know if it's soulmates or what it is, but it could be, and I think it's very special. My biggest ick. I don't know, I had so many when I was dating men, but I think I just didn't realise that was because I was gay. I didn't know, like, that's not an ick, that's just not being attracted to men. So I don't actually know now, because now I haven't experienced it with my current girlfriend, so I don't know if I have one. I'll have to come back to you if she gives me an ick at some point. But I can't imagine she would. Let me think. You know what? Hitting up some random dude that did a cover of Thotiana with his mum, an acoustic one, and I just decided that was the love of my life and flew to America to meet him, and then he recorded my first 2 songs, and I turned out to be gay in the end anyway, so it was a bit of a random choice of mine that I don't know why I did that. But you know, now I have some songs out of it, so maybe that's one reason why.
Okay, we're approaching the 1 minute mark.
I hate tomatoes. I don't know if that's controversial though. They're just disgusting little abominations. Five Nights at Freddy's. No. I'm joking. I love songs that just tell like a kooky, weird little story. Like I think Kesha was really good at that. Slay, maybe? I don't know. I feel embarrassed admitting it. So likely. Oh my god, if anyone knows one, please let me know. I'm actively seeking. I don't know, I love the community of it all. It feels like I would really enjoy that. Crabs. I think we're all turning into crabs, and this is a genuine belief of mine that I think, don't even get me started, it's like something that people know not to bring up around me. It's a thing called like carcinization, and people are turning into, well, not people but animals, and like one day it'll be us. It's going to happen soon. I just know it. I have this fear that crabs are just taking over the world. Anyway.
The question was going to be, what conspiracy theory?
It's not a conspiracy, it's real truth, okay? Look it up.
Tell us how it's gone.
She doesn't have a face, but that was good because that's the hardest part anyway, so I think it's like a kind of, it's a nice little interpretive piece. This is what I've got so far. Ready?
Oh.
If I had more time. I mean, I could have like made it really good. It's just one of my favorite photos because I edit all of my photos that I do. I loved fairies growing up, and I just think they're so like feminine and sparkly and childlike, and I love that. And I grew up reading these books by Shirley Barber. I think she's an Australian author, but she does these really beautiful illustrations on her books. And I was just like mesmerized by them as a kid, and I still am. And I based just my whole aesthetic on that. Like I love it. It's whimsical, it's ethereal, it's my favorite thing. Thank you for watching, and I hope you got to know me a little bit better and enjoyed my painting. If you like this video, please subscribe to Pop Buzz.
Round of applause.
Yay! That was really fun.